So today I want to talk to you about hitting the run streak milestone of 1,750 days consecutively. It's one I'm very proud of. Keep on watching, keep on listening. If you can resonate with long streaks of severe resilience, discipline, consistency and commitment, hopefully this will be a good one for you. Welcome back to consecutive day 1,750 of a diary of a runpreneur, and today's topic is all about celebrating the 1,750 day consecutive running days streak. I haven't really articulated that very well, but it's one I'm hugely proud of. But before I get into the topic at hand, don't forget this is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultramarathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. More people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. So back to the topic at hand. Achieving 1,750 consecutive days of running, or run vlogging, barefoot style, as appropriately phrased. My daily average is 7.5 kilometers per day, so it's a pretty significant distance every single day. A lot of run streaks require you to do as little as 1 mile a day. I'm doing usually no less than 7 kilometers a day. On the odd occasion, if I'm going to build up to an endurance race of some kind, I might drop down to 5 kilometers per day for a couple of days before the actual event. But yeah, that's not a single run has been below 5 kilometers, and I could probably count all of the 5Ks that I've done in as my daily run on both of my hands, less than both of my hands. So that kind of gives you an inclination of kind of the consistency that I've kind of evidenced in this crazy challenge. So what have I learned over this 1,750 day milestone of consecutive daily running? So obviously I'm not getting any younger, and invariably I'm finding that although physically my powers of recovery have changed in this kind of 5-year span, but my mental resilience has gone the other way. So it's like a balancing act, really. It feels like my powers of recovery, although they're still pretty good, you know, the fact that I can run every day up to ultra marathons and every day after them, there's not a lot of people who can do that. It's incredibly challenging, especially when your muscles go through the kind of exertion that they go through. But yeah, it is, I can notice it. And I think the key word here, I think it's pretty consistent in life lessons really, is be adaptable. Okay, so things are going to change. Like when I'm 43 years of age at the moment. It's going to change in another 5 years when I'm 48. When I hit 50 years of age, it's going to be different. There are going to be different challenges, and I'm going to have to adapt. I'm under no illusion that as I get older and older and older, I might decide to drop my daily distance down. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just kind of preempting kind of things that could happen. I feel that as long as my mental health and my mind remains in a good place, I feel that it's only getting stronger. And doing this running streak has been hugely influential on my mindset, my mental resilience, my mental health. And for that, I'm obviously eternally grateful for. But yeah, I feel hugely proud to get here, because it's certainly top 1% stuff. You're not, of runners, you're going to get way less than the top 1% of people that make it to 1,750 consecutive days of running. Add to the fact it's barefoot style, add to the fact I'm vlogging as well. It's seriously level of elitism. And I'm not afraid to say that, because I know it and I'm proud of it. Okay, you might not have a huge amount of competition, but there's a reason you haven't got a huge amount of competition, because it's extremely hard to do this. So that's where the pride and being proud comes into play. But yeah, it's and the challenges you face, I talk about these all the time, but I don't have a problem going over them again and again. Running in different countries, in different temperatures, different elevation levels, with illnesses, with injuries, I'm just going past a couple of people, so just let me get past these before I carry on. 1 second. Afternoon. And yeah, it's a tough one. It's incredibly, it's quite emotional when you think about the things that you've run about, you know, in terms of the vlog. It's the diary, it's the events that have happened in my life that I'll never ever forget, and I can go back to that vlog episode on that given day and kind of relive how I was feeling. It's a real journey of life doing a running streak, especially if you're documenting it like what I'm doing. But yeah, I think I'm not going to keep waffling on. I could keep waffling on about topics like this because, and I probably will possibly dive down a little bit further on this topic over the next few days. But I think the learnings from my diary for today are that if you're on a run streak, you've managed to hit a pretty significant milestone, like 1,750 days, so fast approaching 5 years of consecutive daily running. It's something that you should be hugely proud of. But what you should be more proud of is not the achievement of hitting 1,750 days, because, you know, you've got a lot more milestones to come, hopefully. But it's about celebrating the journey that you've been on, the journey of discovery. You'll have learned a lot about yourself throughout a running streak of that length of time, the adversity you'll have overcome during it, the illnesses, the weather conditions, the countries that you may have run in, you know, the wildlife you may have encountered, the injuries that you've kind of ran through. You're going to have a lot of a story to tell. But I think the key thing is to celebrate and appreciate the journey for what it is, but also learn to be adaptable, because, you know, I've seen some significant changes in my running, my powers of recovery, my physical strength, my mental strength over these nearly 5 years. And I think the secret is to be adaptable and to kind of tweak and change the way you do things based on how you are changing as an individual. And I think that's a really good lesson for life in general. The more adaptable people we are, the more successful and happy we can become, because we're adapting to ever-changing environments. And that's certainly no different here. So yeah, hope you found it useful. Any questions or comments, drop me a line, I'll respond to everyone. But do remember that this is part of a fundraiser of saving the lives of children by attempting the ultimate ultra marathon of run vlogging on consecutive days, a distance of a lap of the world, barefoot style. And the more people we get in front of, more money we raise, more children's lives we save, which is why I do this every single day. Thank you as always. Stay positive, stay happy. I'll see you again tomorrow.